comparison, differentiating, and then we had learned about the characteristics of living things. And now we have the continuation from our previous lesson, and that is the relationship between biology and other fields. Relationships between biology and other fields. So I hope you're taking notes. Have your book and your pen ready. We are going to write. Now we have the relationship between biology and other fields. We have human nutrition. Our first other field is human nutrition. How is biology and human nutrition related? So we have students learn about digestive systems, the role of nutrients like carbohydrates. So in nutrition we talk about nutrients. In nutrients we have proteins, carbohydrates. We also have fats. We also have, and how these nutrients are used in the body. So how are nutrients used in the body? So nutrients are used in the body to give out energy for growth. So relationship between biology and other fields, human nutrition. In human nutrition, we have nutrients like proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. So the nutrients, they give out energy to the living organism. It also helps in the growth of living organisms. Previously, we had said that biology is the study of living organisms. Now, the relationship between biology and human nutrition. We have students are able to study the human nutrition, how nutrients are being given out. The nutrients include proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Then, to give out energy, the nutrients give out energy to the living organisms. Now we have also it helps in the growth of living organisms. That is the relationship between biology and our other field. Number one, we have human nutrition. Now let's talk about other field. We have chemistry. How is biology related to chemistry? We have, it gives out biochemistry. So this helps, it helps explain how food breaks down into chemical components. The enzymes are proteins that break down food into simpler molecules that can be absorbed by the body. It helps us, this one helps us understand what living organisms are made of. Organisms are made of. So, the relationship between biology and chemistry, it helps us understand what living organisms are made of. And it also explains how food explains how food breaks down into simpler substances, It explains how food breaks down into simpler substances that can be absorbed by the body. So this is how biochemistry is related to biology. It helps us understand what living organisms are made of. It also explains how food breaks down into simple substances that can be absorbed by the body. So this is the relationship between how biology is related to chemistry. We have number one, human nutrition. Now we have chemistry, and that gives us biochemistry. Now we go to our third, and that is physics. How biology is related to physics. Our third, physics, which can also give biophysics. Relationship between biology and other fields. And to those students joining us right now, this is ELIMU Live, and we are discussing about the relationship between biology and other fields. Now, biophysics, it explains how living things move, how energy is used in the body. It explains how living things, we said biology is all about living things. It explains how living things move and how energy is used in the body. So biophysics, it explains how living things move and how energy is used in the body. Living things need energy in the body. So physics or biophysics helps us understand how energy is used in the body. So energy intake from food can be related to physics. Energy intake from food, we get energy is given out by food, living organisms consume. Now, energy is given by food living organisms consume. Energy intake from food can be related to physics through concepts like energy transformation. The energy stored in food is converted to mechanical energy in the body, allowing muscles to move. So it allows muscle to move. The relationship between biology and physics or biophysics, this explains how living organisms move and how energy is used in the body. Energy is given by food when living organisms consume, and it allows muscles to move, and that is how physics is related to biology. And now we have our fourth relationship. Health science. Relationship between biology and health science. Understanding nutrition helps in studying health issues like malnutrition, obesity, and the importance of balanced diet. Health science teaches students how nutritional deficiencies can lead to diseases like scurvy or rickets. It helps in studying health issues. Helps in studying the health issues like malnutrition. It helps us understand what to eat, helps living organisms, helps students understand that living organisms, they need nutrients, some certain nutrients to avoid diseases or prevent diseases. Biology, it's all about living organisms. Biology is related to health science, in which it helps in studying the health issues like malnutrition, obesity, and the importance of a balanced diet. Importance helps understand the importance of a balanced diet. So, relationship between biology and our field here, health science, it helps in studying the health issues like malnutrition, and helps students understand that living organisms need nutrients to prevent or avoid diseases. It helps understand the importance of a balanced diet. Now we go to our fifth field, relationship. So we have talked about 4 relationships already. The first one, we have biochemistry, we also have biophysics, we also have human nutrition, we also have health science. Now, relationship between our fifth, relationship between biology and mathematics. How is biology related to mathematics? We know mathematics is all about countings and numbers. So it is used to count organisms. It is used to estimate population of living organisms. For example, like the sensors. We count the number of in biology, we count the number of living organisms that we have in a certain place. So we use mathematics. We give out in numbers. It measures how an animal grows. An animal grows. For example, the weight, the height, it all uses mathematics, that is numbers, mathematics. And for example, an animal growing from being a child, let me use example of, animal. Let me use example of living organism, that is human being. In human being, we have a baby here, weighing 10 kgs. Then we have an adult, a teenager, weighing around 20 or 30 kgs. And then we have an adult weighing, this is kgs, this is weight, weighing around, maybe let's say 50 kgs, or let's put 60 kg. Now, we are using mathematics to measure how human being grows. That is the weight or the height. We understand here the baby is not going to remain small. Thus, the height is going to change. So this is an example. This is how biology is related to mathematics. Mathematics, it is used to count organisms. Then it is used to estimate populations of living organisms. Then it is used to measure how an animal grows, that is the weight or the height. So this is how biology is related to mathematics. Now we go to our next one, how biology is related to economics. How biology is related to economics. How biology is related to economics. Access to proper nutrition is often linked to economic status. Economics explore how food production, distribution, and access in different regions affects people's health. Economic status. So we get to understand proper nutrition. Proper nutrition is linked to the economic status. Proper nutrition and how the economy is going to be affected by food production. And food production, it's all about biology. We also food production, we have food distribution, this is how biology and economics relate. How proper nutrition helps in economic status, either growing or lowering. So, and it also affects people's health. If there is low food production, it affects the health of the people. And if the food is not well distributed to places, it's going to affect the economic of the place. So we have the next one, our next relationship, we have geography. So geography and biology. Geography links to biology in understanding how different environments affect the availability of food and agricultural practices, which in turn influences human nutrition. Different climates support different types of food crops and food sources. So in geography, it is linked in biology in understanding how different environments affect availability of the food. So we have how different how different environments affect the availability of the food, the availability of the food and the agricultural practices. And the agricultural practices. So we have these ones in turn influences the human nutrition. Different climates support different types of crops. Different climates supports different types of crops. So we have geography. How is geography related? How is biology related to geography? This is how different environments affect the availability of the food and the agricultural practices, and different climates support different types of food. So we are able to understand how a certain climate is going to support the production of maize or the production of beans or the production of tea and coffee through geography. That is how geography is related to, biology is related to geography. And now we have environmental science, our 8th relationship between biology and other fields. We have environmental science. Environmental science. So it helps us understand how living organisms interact with the environment and how pollution affects life. So this environmental, it's all about the environment, how living organisms interact with their environment and how pollution affects life. So we have to, biologists are able to keep the environment healthy. So biologists study forests to be able to keep a healthy environment. So we have our last relationship, medicine. Helps doctors understand how body works and how disease affects it. So it helps us understand how body works and how disease affects it. So this is all by studying cells and diseases. Studying cells and diseases. So this is our 9 relationships between biology and other fields. Now, thank you for joining our class today. I appreciate so much. I believe that we had a great lesson, and I am so happy that we are moving on forward so swiftly. Let's meet in our another class. Thank you.